Happy Halloween, neighbor! I'm Elena Jones.
And I'm Ryan Perone, and welcome back to Hi Neighbor. We have a great episode for you this week. Ariela had the chance to talk to members of the Heritage Council ahead of their month-long events. Ariela also stopped by a drag show right here on campus.
Then I stopped by a concert at Legends where App hosted local bands and other events such as to make your own stuffed animals and more.
Join us as we say,
Hi, neighbor!
Hi neighbor, it's Ariela again. Join me today as I speak to a few members of the Appalachian Popular Programming Society, also known as APPS, as they share their personal experiences with the organization as well as its relevance to our high country community. Kiana and Ben, thank you so much for joining me today to speak a little bit about your experiences.
Thank you so much.
Of course. So let's just get started by y'all introducing yourselves and telling me a little bit about what your position entails at APPS.
Yeah, so my name's Kiana Anthony, and I'm the Heritage Chairperson. So we basically have 7 councils and APPS as a whole, and then I'm a part of one council, and I'm the chairperson as basically the leader and the main contact of the council.
I am Ben Carricker. I am the secretary for the Heritage Council, the one Kiana's in. And I send out, they're called meeting minutes, like the flow of what's going on, so people who miss can check in and sign up, or for volunteer links.
And how long have each of you been involved in APPS?
So this is going to be my 3rd year involved in APPS.
This is my 2nd year in apps.
Wow, that's amazing. It sounds like I'm really talking to 2 veterans right now. So regarding event planning, are there any events coming up in the future that y'all are really looking forward to?
Yes, we have a lot of events coming up for our November Heritage Month, and those include the Appalachian Trail Panel and Don West Poetry Reading. We're going to have Warren Doyle come and present on those. We also have a fly fishing event with Andy Hill. He's the Watauga River Keeper, so we have him coming. And we have Dave Walker, a representative from the Blue Ridge Women in Agriculture, coming to talk about local food in Appalachia. We're also collaborating with the App Studies Department, and we're going to have 3 featured musicians, and they're going to teach a dance workshop and have a lecture on that. And then we have our main big event, Fiddles and Fixins, which is going to include a square dance, and we're going to have a Thanksgiving meal. And we're also collaborating with Tom Hansel, a faculty member in the geology department, and he's going to show his documentary on after coal.
And regarding the Heritage Council specifically, for those of us, like myself, who are a bit uneducated on what exactly it is, would you mind just describing what the Heritage Council is and what it does?
So the Heritage Council aims to basically help students understand the culture and the area that they live in. So they want to immerse students in the Appalachia culture, and we basically want to help students understand what Appalachia culture means to them. Ben, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, Heritage is my personal favorite, not only because I'm in it, but it's very nice to get in touch with the local community around us, to get in touch with things through such as like bluegrass, local foods, and contra and square dancing. So much fun to learn.
Awesome. And why do you think it's important for our community to be involved with the Heritage Council?
It's really important because people call Appalachian home, but if you want to call them your home, you need to learn what their culture is and how everything functions, because at your hometown, you know the culture, you know the region, but when you come to Appalachian, most people aren't really familiar. Like, that's why we aim to get in contact with our local community, so we're able to bring everyone together.
Also, kind of like you had said, a lot of people come from a lot of different areas all over the country, even some outside of the country, and we are guests to the local population who lives here year-round, and so it's very important to get in touch with them and their traditions to kind of be an accepting guest to their culture.
I'm here with Galen Galiotos, a general member of APPS who's here to share a little bit about his personal experience with the Popular Programming Society. Galen, would you mind introducing yourself, such as your position and how long you've been in APPS for?
Yeah, so my name is Galen Galiotos. I have been in the Heritage Council for 2 years now, and I'm just a general body member this year.
And Galen, what compelled you to join APPS?
So just looking to make friends on campus was the main reason why I joined APPS, just to get connected to people and, show up to events.
And do you have a favorite event APPS has thrown in the past, or is there a future event you're really looking forward to?
So actually this semester we did the Jones House, and that was just a country bluegrass kind of, you sit and listen to music. and that was a 3-hour event, and that was my favorite event that I've been to. And it was good because it was, back in person, so that was great.
On your closing remarks, is there anything you really want us to know about the Heritage Council? Any moment in particular you've had with it that just stood out to you?
I really definitely think the community that we have as a council, because we're a tight-knit council, and then just like everybody there is like so nice, and they're wanting to get involved and reach out to the local community, and it's just really nice to be able to have students that are interested in that to help other students learn ultimately.
And also, I think the largest thing for me is the ideas we've come up with so far this year as a council. There's been, even from all the big events we're working on, such as planning out Fiddler's Convention later on, or to the designing the promo, there's so many small ideas that everybody's putting more than 100% in, and it's just so amazing to see everybody every week trying their hardest to make Heritage better than it was before.
I absolutely love what you just said, Ben, making Heritage better than it was before. And it really sounds like this organization is a lot about team building. For students who are watching this and are very interested in joining apps, how can they get involved?
Yeah, so your main contact for that would be our VP of Internal Affairs, which is Gracie Warden. But we're having open applications either at the middle or end of November. They will run through the winter break, and then we'll review the applications in January, and then you'll know sometime at the end of January.
All right, so we have different councils, 6 others besides Heritage. So if you join and maybe you're busy during Heritage's meeting time, you can join any of the other councils, and they still get involved on campus throughout different things.
Awesome. Thank you both so much for speaking with me today. I really appreciate it. And for all of our viewers out there, you heard both of our wonderful apps members. There are plenty of ways for y'all to get involved, and make sure to head out to their events that are going on for the rest of this month. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Bye, neighbor.
Coming up after this short break, Ryan actually goes to a drag show here on campus.
Yeah, and it was actually a really good time. It's one of the highlights of my times here so far at AppTV.
Oh.
And I heard that you actually went to the Legends concert.
I did, and it was a lot of fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Stay tuned to see what we did.
I'm Ashley Marion.
I'm Noah C. Cornelius.
And I'm Chris Daniels. On the A Game, we will discuss App State sports and bring you exclusive interviews with players and coaches.
Make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at the A Game Sports to stay up to date on the latest A Game news.
You can catch Season 14 of the A Game every Thursday on SkyBest Channel 20 or 1020, Spectrum Charter Channel 198, and On Campus Channel 23-3.
What brings us to mountains? Is it the possibilities that await us at the top? Are we looking forward to how the challenge will mold us, transform us? Maybe the mountain is inside all of us. After all, we are mountaineers. Appalachian State University.
So as I had mentioned, Ariela and I had gone to the drag show put on by the Sexuality and Gender Alliance, and I decided to bring you guys along with me, as I'm actually working behind the scenes this time instead of on camera. I can't wait to show you.
Hi neighbor, it's Ariela. Join me tonight as I cover Boone's first drag show of the season that took place right here on App's very own campus. The drag show was put on by an organization called SAGA, the Sexuality and Gender Alliance, which strives to create a community for LGBTQIA2S+ individuals here on campus where they can meet and have a safe space and share the space with others who also share their identity. The drag show tonight was an amateur event, meaning it was open to students and other members of the community who have not performed on a professional level as of yet. Join me tonight as I speak with a few of the performers and audience members about tonight's amazing event. See you there! Hi neighbor, it's Ariela Allen, and tonight I am here reporting live from the Saga Drag Show, where one of the drag performers was kind enough to give us a moment of their time. Your performance was absolutely amazing tonight, Juice. Can you tell us a little bit about the inspiration behind it?
Yeah, thank you. Honestly, it's because I cosplay in my free time. I have for like a decade now. And so anytime I can do a character, I will be doing that. So.
So was it kind of a full circle moment when you chose Princess Peach and Bowsette, I believe, was the other drag performance costume?
Yes. So me and my friend, this is our second year in a row now that we like to do matching Halloween costumes, because I'm the pink kind of lesbian and they're the black kind of lesbian. And so like together we can pull off some really good costumes, and this was the one that came to mind for this.
Yes, and it was definitely the right choice. The crowd was going absolutely wild for your performance. What did it feel like having all of those people cheer for you and support you out here tonight?
Sweaty, mostly. Definitely sweaty, yeah. Blinding? That's a good one too, yeah, you can't see.
Thank you so much for telling us a little bit about your performance. And to our aspiring drag performers out there, what's one piece of advice you have for them?
Collect that money, baby. Collect the money. That's your drinks later.
All right, you heard it here from Juice themselves. Collect that money to all of my aspiring drag performers out there. Thanks again, Juice, for giving us some of your time tonight.
Of course, thank you for being here.
Of course. I'm here with Benadryl, another amazing performer from tonight's drag show. Benadryl, thank you so much for taking some time to speak with us tonight.
Of course, thank you.
Benadryl, this costume is absolutely iconic. Can you tell us a little bit about the inspiration behind it?
Absolutely. I definitely wanted to showcase my art, and everything you see, the top, the bag, the skirt, this little belt with my name on it, everything is made by me, custom made. And I'm really proud of that.
Wow, you're so talented. So what did it feel like tonight, getting to perform in front of such an amazing, supportive crowd in your own custom designed costume, in your beautiful, beautiful makeup as well?
Well, I was very nervous. This is my first ever drag show, first ever time as Benadryl on a stage, and the nerves were gone instantly. And just hearing the cheers and everything, it just cleared the nerves, and it was everything I could have hoped for.
Oh, Benadryl, that sounds like such an amazing first experience with performing in drag. I'm so happy for you. And for those of us who are still debating whether or not to perform, or a little bit nervous as to how we should do it, what is one piece of advice you would have for aspiring drag performers?
I mean, I feel like I'm a living example of this, but just do whatever you want to do. And don't worry if you don't feel like you have the money for it or the talent for it. I mean, I stole some choreo from Ariana, and my outfit started as just a piece of fabric from Joann's, and it's definitely possible. Definitely possible.
Wow, that is so inspirational. Thank you so much for those powerful words, and thank you again, Benadryl, for taking time to interview with us tonight.
Of course, thank you.
I'm here with Olivia Adams, also known as Zombie Girl, one of the competitors in tonight's impromptu lip sync battle held by Saga at their drag show. Thank you so much for taking time to speak with us tonight, Zombie Girl.
Oh, well, thank you for interviewing me.
How did it feel being up on the stage with pretty much no prep whatsoever and nothing but your inspiration to guide you?
Well, it was very impromptu. But I heard the first couple notes of the song, and I was like, I can do this. I know this song. I love this song. And I just tried my best. And let it all out.
Have you ever performed as a drag performer before?
No, I actually haven't. I came here with the intent of sitting quietly and watching the show, but I mean, I won, so I feel pretty good about it.
I was about to say, how did it feel when you found out you were the one who won this impromptu lip sync battle?
Well, they called on the first guy, and he got a big cheer, so I was like, oh, all right, well, that's that. And then they called on the second girl, and she got a really big cheer, and I was thinking, oh, well, it was her then. And then they called on me, and everyone just kind of didn't stop cheering for a couple of seconds, and I was like, oh my God, I won, and it felt amazing. I felt great.
I'm sure that moment felt incredibly powerful, and I believe there was a prize for the winner, was there not?
Yes, I get a ticket to the Pro Drag show, which I'm very excited about, and I got $100. So all the money I spent on this face paint and everything paid off.
I love that, just being reimbursed for the amazing zombie girl costume you came as tonight. And thank you so much for taking time to speak with us. But before we go, do you have any piece of advice to those audience members out there who might be thinking of performing in drag in the future, as you impromptu happen to do yourself?
I would say that people like confidence and people like energy. So as long as you can do that, you can do it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Zombie Girl. I hope you have an amazing rest of your night.
Thank you. I hope you do too.
Thank you. Hi, neighbor. It's Ariela again. Thank you so much for watching tonight's event. It was absolutely amazing to be a part of such an inclusive environment where we had our wonderful drag performers heralded on stage as the icons they are. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye, neighbor.
Coming up after this break, I stop at a concert at Legends and bring you all along with me. And Plumpkin. Stay tuned.
Up late upstate, Sundays at 9.
Get out of here. Just go.
I'm Grace Powers with App TV, and I'm here with the ultimate guide to App State for all of you brand new Mountaineers. Class is in session and campus life is back in full swing, so let me tell you everything you need to know to get prepared for a great fall semester. Starting your college career can be stressful. Getting involved in one of App State's clubs and student organizations is a great way to get involved and meet other students. With over 400 clubs and organizations to choose from, you're sure to find something that's right for you. The Club Expo happened this past weekend, but check out appstate.engage.edu to see a full list of clubs. And one of the best parts about being a mountaineer, having the beautiful Appalachian Mountains right here in your backyard. Make the most out of your time here in Boone and get outside and become one with nature. There are activities for all adventure levels, from mountain biking and hiking trails to river rapids and rock climbing. You can even rent outdoor gear from the Student Rec Center with just the swipe of your app card. With a full class load and a brand new social setting, it's important to make sure that you're taking care of yourself, especially your mental health. Counseling and psychological services are available to all students. The center offers individual and group counseling, as well as addiction treatment, help with eating concerns, and more. Call to schedule an appointment, or in the case of an emergency, a receptionist will connect you with a counselor as soon as possible. Your freshman year of college is a time full of opportunities. I asked several App State students what advice they would go back and give their freshman year selves.
If I could give a piece of advice to my freshman self, it'd be not to be afraid to go out and meet new people and to try new things and take advantage of most of your opportunities.
So I would say to my freshman self, I would definitely say just take your time, enjoy it, enjoy college life, get involved and just have fun. College is the best time and it's so much fun, and get involved and have fun. So
I'd probably, if I could give any piece of advice, I'd let my freshman self know to get out there more, get out of your dorm room, go do clubs or go just talk to people, because everyone's just as nervous and scared as you are. So don't be afraid to meet people and chat with people, because that's how you're going to make friends.
Well, I've given you the most important tips and tricks to have an incredible time here at App State. Now, all that's left is to make the most of your first year. I'm Grace Powers for App TV. Be sure to tune back into our regularly scheduled programming. You won't want to miss it.
Now it's time to stop and take a look at some homecoming events, and we went out to the concert at Legends and had an amazing time.
Really? Who performed?
If I remember correctly, it was Jacuzzi and Bad Cameo was there.
All right, that sounds like a great time.
It was. Stay tuned to see what we did. Hey neighbor, Elena Jones here at Legends, and I was here last night, and there were so many people, so much commotion. Let's take a look at what I did.
As you just heard, our very own Elena Jones was at the popular venue in Boone, Legends, to attend a program by the Appalachian Popular Programming Society. Elena was able to get her hands on some stuffed animals, as well as various other activities that you will soon see. We sat down with the chairperson of the event to figure out the background of the event and to see why it's so popular among the Appalachian State community.
Hi neighbor, my name's Elena Jones, and I'm here today with
Carolyn Cold Iron.
All right, and what exactly do you do here?
I am chairperson of Special Events Council for apps. We put on different events around campus. This here is ApptoberFest. It's in a different setting this time. We usually have this outside, but regardless, I'm still happy we got to do it because we didn't get to last year due to COVID. So
it seems like a lot of fun. I was doing some of your activities actually earlier. The stuffed animals that you get to stuff yourself. Is this a usual thing that you have, or is this just a new idea this year?
We usually do have the stuffed animals. We usually have this at our Winter Chill event as well. It's usually pretty popular.
Fun. Do you take care of any of the other events that are inside of the building at all, or?
We also have a caricature artist inside right now, and we have balloon twisting going on.
Yes, I did get a balloon twisting. I got the man to make me a little fox. I was pretty excited about that. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
We made our way inside of Legends, but what we didn't know was at the same time as APPS was holding their events, the National Panhellenic Council, made up of 9 historically Black fraternities and sororities, was holding their own event inside of Legends. So we were treated to an awesome display of stepping, which is something that these sororities and fraternities do. For anyone who doesn't know, stepping is a historical form of communication and storytelling that is widely performed by fraternities and sororities that belong to the National Panhellenic Council, an organization which directs the traditionally African American national sororities and fraternities. Today, fraternities and sororities perform step as a means of sending a message to the audience, and some step routines are simply for entertainment. Step shows convey the positive messages and captivate audiences who are there to watch these fraternities and sororities step. In between step breaks, the fraternities and sororities would hit the dance floor doing their own moves, whether it be improvising or stepping. It was definitely very cool to see. Among the fraternities and sororities who attended were Zeta Phi Beta, Omega Psi Phi, Alpha Phi Alpha, and Delta Sigma Theta. We caught up with an alumni member of Omega Psi Phi who graduated from App State in 1984.
Hi neighbor, I'm Elena. And what's your name, sir?
Zach Roseborough.
All right, and I assume you are alumni from one of the fraternities here.
I am. I'm alumni graduate of 1984, alumni Omega Psi Phi fraternity member.
Awesome. And how would you describe your experience in that fraternity during your time?
Awesome, the best thing I could have ever done.
Yeah, would you recommend other men around this time to come into your fraternity?
Yeah, I would. It's hard to get in, but if they can do it, I would.
Are you still in touch with any of the other brothers?
Yes, that's the reason I'm here tonight, supporting my younger fraternity brothers in the university right now.
All right, and do you have any sons of your own in this fraternity at all?
He's not he's a teacher, but he's not in the fraternity.
All right, thank you for having this conversation with me, sir.
Shifting gears back to the Appalachian Popular Programming Society, they also had the band Bad Cameo put on some funky jams for a very passionate App State crowd. Bad Cameo is currently on tour across the region, touring in New York, Florida, Tennessee, and North Carolina. Unfortunately, we were not able to sit down and have an interview with the band, but they expressed gratitude towards the residents of Boone for coming out to their show and they said that they would keep touring and keep releasing music. The Premium Funk Band, as they call themselves, was actually founded last year during the pandemic when all 3 members of the band quit their jobs and decided to do music full time. Now they are going on one of their very first tours and having a lot of commercial success on Spotify and at their concerts. Here's hoping Bad Cameo can keep making bad tracks.
Hey guys, wasn't that so much fun? Thanks for watching. Bye, neighbor.
For Hi Neighbor and Elena Jones, I'm Noah C. Cornelius. Bye, neighbor.
AppTV's original gaming news channel, Pixel Peak, is back for more great content.
We're very excited to be kicking off our 7th season here and continuing news on the gaming industry.
Each week, 4 hand-selected gaming-related news stories will be covered along with an analysis segment of either Xbox, PlayStation, PC, or Nintendo, and finally is wrapped up with a game review.
If you're interested in gaming news, be sure to watch us at apptv.com or any of these channels every Wednesday. Thank you for stopping by, and we hope to see you here on Pixel Peak.
Let's go! To a place where you can grow.
A place to be heard.
And take a closer look.
A place where you can crush it.
And push yourself.
A place to find your voice.
This place rocks. And rolls.
A place where you can get out.
Wow!
A place you'll never forget.
So where is this place? Let me show you.
In 1899, the misty ridges of northwestern North Carolina became home to a simple yet powerful vision: to transform lives and the region through the empowerment of education. Nearly 120 years later, students still feel the pull of this unique place, and Appalachian has remained grounded in the vision of our founders, providing rural access to a sterling education and serving the region. The Mountaineer passion for lifelong learning is cultivated from an early age. Right now, Appalachian's youngest Mountaineers are developing critical learning skills while also discovering that college is in their future. And when they are ready, their College on the Mountain will be ready for them.
So the children that go to school here at the Academy are from all across Forsyth County, particularly children who may be struggling readers. Our goal is to improve literacy for all students K-5, to work with them, bring in the curriculum through Appalachian State University and the Reading Clinic, and support learning across all disciplines.
The experience for a university student here at Middle Fork is really critical. We're able to show them what their practice that they're learning in the classroom looks like in action. So now we have this community of learners that aren't just little kindergarten through 5th grade students, but we also have teachers who are learning together with them. And they really are building a community that the Academy is really proud to be a part of.
So I've been teaching for 31 years, and one of the questions people always ask me is, why are you still doing this? Why aren't you retired? And my answer to them is because we finally got it right. These children are getting to interact with university professors. They are now identifying with Appalachian. They're saying, that's my college. I'm going to go to that college on the mountain. And they're very excited about that. And so now, these are children who could be first-generation college students. And they're already thinking about it and identifying as college students.
I love being here. I love being at the Academy because this is like one of the best opportunities that a principal can have. I mean, the amount of support I've had as a principal, it's just overwhelming. And I just like being a voice for children and to be a partner with the parents and a partner, on behalf of App State University. This is what I love doing, so I'm very thankful.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for joining us, and be sure to follow us on our Instagram page at hi_neighbor AppTV for updates.
And be sure to follow and subscribe to our Facebook and YouTube channel at AppTV for more student-made content. Until then,
bye neighbor.